Gentlemen and female gentlemen, fantastic news! We are watching the downfall of an incredibly fat lady. Now, the reason why I dislike her has nothing to do with her weight. Her weight just makes the fall louder and funnier. There is a character on YouTube named Illuminaughtii. She has been around for a very long time. She got mega canceled. Her ex spoke out against her. She then sued her ex, abused her ex allegedly, ended up going to court, got laughed out of the court, and basically the entire Illuminaughtii saga is coming to an end. I've covered this intensely in the past, but basically we're finally reaching this glorious zenith where she is actually 100% fucked. She's like actually mega dunzo. She's been laughed out of court, laughed off the platform. Her channel is dead. Like, she had 2 million subscribers and she is royally screwed. Like, this is one of the greatest downfalls of all time, and as you know, I collect downfalls like Pokemon. I'm a little sick here, which means I might be rude. All right, when I'm sick, I tend to be less polite. As you know, I'm an incredibly polite content creator. Now let's make fun of a glorious, fat-ass asshole mega bitch.
Few YouTubers have managed to destroy their reputation as thoroughly or as publicly as Blair, aka illuminaughtii.
Let's go. I'm so excited, bro. And Internet Anarchist finally covered the end of Illuminaughtii. Very excited to see the very, very end. Is she still active? I think she's gone. I think she's like mega destroyed. I love how she, like, dude, you have no idea the levels of patheticness that she actually went through. I did a whole deep dive on the Illuminaughtii situation. Bro, you don't understand how lame she is. She called out a lawyer. She called out a lawyer for stealing her video editing style by using highlighter effects on her videos. She made alt accounts that also had triangle profile pictures, making believe they were different people to shit on her enemies. She allegedly abused her ex only to then sue him for actually coming out. This is her channel. She used to be getting about like 500,000 views a video. If you go like 2 years back, let's say. All right. Like, she was getting crazy good views, releasing like high quality video essays all the time. Bro, 4 million views. She was getting good ass views on her videos. Then after she got exposed, she ended up only getting like 20K a video. Like, dude, this is a massive downfall. She completely destroyed her entire reputation. Because also, and it gets even better, she also ended up plagiarizing a ton of her content too. And about 11 months ago, she left the internet forever.
Stay with the consumer.
And just comments off. 19,000 dislikes to 1,000 likes. Like, this is what they call a royal gangbang. Actual gangbang of criticism. Like, I have never seen a woman get this destroyed on the YouTube platform as opposed to like other 18+ platforms. Like, this is fucking insane. Anyway.
She used every shady and unethical tactic in her.
She tried to silence them with videos. She tried to silence them with tweets. She tries to silence them with lawsuits. She's broke. She lost her business, her career because of her ego. She lost her friends. She lost her allies. She lost her group channel. She lost in court. How do they keep losing? God, this is just one of those years. Just one of those years where the Nux dubs keep rolling in and the L's from the ops keep rolling out. She criticized me once because I used sexual thumbnails. Bro, oh, where are you now?
Arsenal to exert absolute control over both her employees and partners.
Bro, gross. First of all, she paid people for dirt. Oh, I totally forgot about that. Oh my God. I'm giving you all the background story to basically explain to you why this downfall is going to be incredibly fun. All right. This downfall will be very fun. So let me give you the backstory. I've covered this intensely. Bro, I'm not even kidding. What was her big thing? She paid people on Discord to go through the old videos of other YouTubers to catch them saying the word retard in ancient videos so she could call them out for being racist. God, I am not making this up. This is a level of pathetic that's unbelievable. So I specifically used sexual like art of this avatar because I knew she hated it, and people were upset at me for doing it, and to them I say, sorry, but fuck you. Retard equals racist? Yeah, racist against disabled people. You don't know.
From dishing out verbal and mental abuse to exploiting the legal system with fraudulent contracts and baseless lawsuits.
Ooh.
However, it all blew up in her face, and she's now paying the price for being an unapologetic bully to everyone around her. And
she's also fat, which is not important necessarily for this saga, but I do think it's important that you are aware of the gravity of the situation.
after nearly 2 years of her desperate attempts to play the victim, we've finally reached the end of Blair's self-destruction saga. But as you'll see later in the video, some people are not happy with this outcome. Hi.
I am happy with this outcome. I don't need her fucking on the stake. She lost everything, bro.
I'm the Internet Anarchist. I create weekly YouTube documentaries, and today we'll be covering what's likely the final update on Blair's situation.
Yeah, she's gone. She's actually gonzo. She's cooked. I've never seen someone this cooked. See, the issue is, it's really hard when you have like a really thick piece of meat. It's hard to cook them so that they're actually well done all the way through. But she found a way. She found a way. God damn it. On a scale from 1 to fucked, how fucked is she? She's fucked.
I've already covered everything that's happened previously in great detail, but if you haven't watched those videos, here's a super quick recap. It all started when Blair falsely accused Legal Eagle's editors of plagiarizing her videos. This started a wave of backlash.
Imagine being such a virtue signaling dumpster fuck, which she was, by the way. All these super fake wholesome people like she was. She used to make content constantly talking about how mental health is important and we have to be aware of the evil corporations and the evil corporations and then she's out there wielding her audience and her money to try to silence her ex-partners, suing them and shit, and she's calling out Legal Eagle for stealing her editing style? Like, God! Oh, when you virtue signal too close to the sun.
Falsely accused Legal Eagle's editors of plagiarizing her videos. This started a wave of backlash against her, resulting in her getting exposed for being a manipulative and toxic person by some of her ex-employees. They accused her of being extremely vindictive with clear anger management issues. These claims were also verified by her ex-partner, Oz Media.
Yep. Her old channel partners, her old friend, literally everyone came out and were like, you know what? Enough of this. The dam has broke.
Who also spoke out about her abuse during their relationship. After seeing her online reputation getting destroyed in real time, Blair responded by filing a defamation lawsuit against Oz and
This is so fucking funny, dude. Oh my God. Someone calls you out on Twitter and you immediately file a defamation lawsuit. Bro, they didn't call you a pedophile, okay? They called you annoying. Which you are, objectively.
Others, likely in an effort to punish them for speaking out against her. Which brings
100%. It literally is just wielding the legal system as a tool. It's despicable shit, and it's indefensible, which is why she's never coming back. She's like mega cooked.
Brings us back to the present, and a lot has happened since my last video. The first major update came in October 2024, when Oz released a brief 3.5-minute video titled A Quick Lawsuit Update.
Alright.
He started the video by giving an estimate on how long this case could potentially last if it reaches the court.
Starting date. It won't begin discovery for another 4 or even 6 months, perhaps.
The legal system, ladies and gentlemen. Is it meant to help people, or is it meant to just kind of be there doing things in the background while people get fucked in real life? There is no correct answer to this question. I leave it to the audience to decide.
It's honestly longer. And this is with a year of back and forth legal battle.
Realizing that a drawn-out trial wouldn't benefit anyone, Oz's legal team attempted to negotiate a settlement in June 2024. Unfortunately, after a week of back-and-forth discussions, these negotiations failed completely, leaving trial as the only viable option. However,
wow, I didn't know it ended up getting to trial. That's crazy. Dude, it's wild. Imagine trying to sue your ex-boyfriend, who, by the way, is like 9 years younger than her, and broke! And she knows he's broke! It's literally just using the legal system as a weapon. Like, it's despicable. It's honestly gross.
Before moving forward, Oz's team requested an extension to strengthen their counterclaim.
My legal team began the production of my counterclaims. My counterclaims needed an additional extension of time as my legal team wanted to make sure as many of their I's and T's were dotted and crossed, putting this into late July. We needed to add additional parties, pushing it further into August for any hope of a release. On top of this, my counterclaims now needed approval from the judge to add these additional parties to the counterclaims.
Dude, the legal system, it's definitely not designed for the rich person to literally dumpster fuck the poor person. Don't worry, guys. It's a system that is very fair to everyone, no matter what class you're in. rich or poor, unless you own the legal system, in which case it's scary. Yep, don't worry. It's not about power-hungry rich people using it as weapons to silence poor people that criticize them. That is totally not what it's about. Subscribe for more insight, fellow poors. It'll be great.
The judge did not accept the counterclaims until around September 28th.
This delay gave Blair and her team the time to think about the reality of their case.
God, I am so excited to watch this downfall happen. I don't know the actual finality of it all, but this is going to be so good.
By this point, they were already a year into this lawsuit, and likely realized just how long and arduous this legal battle was going to be. So,
bro, Blair literally waiting for Biden to give her a presidential pardon at the end. She tried so hard.
After the extension period ended, both parties mutually agreed to give mediation another chance.
Ooh.
This time, the process was going to be overseen by an independent third party, and was scheduled for the 3rd of December.
God, I would have loved to be a fly on the wall. I wonder what Blair is doing with her days right now. Like, I don't know anyone as universally hated as Illuminaughtii right now. God damn.
However, given Blair's unending ego and pettiness, most people assumed that this mediation would likely fail as well. But they were still hopeful and supportive of Oz's decision to give it another try.
Like, she's unironically the villain. Like, everyone knows she's the villain. She has no one on her side. Crazy.
With one comment reading, "We are here for you, Oz. Fingers crossed that you can finally break free from the torment Blair has put you through. You deserve to have peace and not to worry about this legal garbage anymore. But even if the new mediation fails, we will still be here to help you." After uploading this video, Oz stopped talking about the lawsuit on all of his socials, and
makes sense.
It's remained that way until January 1st, 2025, when Oz uploaded his video titled "The Final Lawsuit Update." The video opened up with him giving an update on the case, and to everyone's surprise, the mediation was a success.
Blair and I have agreed to settle this matter confidentially through mediation.
Oh, dude, can you imagine the content we would have gotten if Blair would have gotten to court and just gotten completely destroyed? Oh God, can you imagine Blair going to court only to get absolutely butt-fucked by the judge? She caved. She just completely caved. She knew she had no case. She knew she would just open herself up to more humiliation if it actually got that far. I mean, I'll be real. I think the whole purpose of this lawsuit was literally just to bully this guy. I don't think it was ever about getting justice or anything like that. She's suing her ex-boyfriend because he allegedly slandered her in public by saying that she was a shitty girlfriend. Like, do you realize what's going on?
The lawsuit has been dismissed against all parties without any admission of fault by any party.
Of course, she doesn't want to. I just think she didn't want to get that far. She just wanted to try to spook him. And, yeah.
Put simply, Blair has decided to drop the case against Oz and the others. However, this does not mean that she admits to being wrong.
Of course. Admitting to being wrong, she would never do something like that. How does she live with herself? Oh my God.
Case is simply cancelled without either side winning or
it's like she knows how shitty she is, she just doesn't want to admit it.
Losing, which begs the question, why? Why would Blair, someone who's been hell-bent on
she has no case, she's also broke,
destroying the lives of those who spoke out against her, back out so easily? Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we'll get an official answer anytime soon.
You'll never get an answer. But why would she ever tell you? She lost. She initiated a lawsuit and then gave it up. Like, why would she ever admit it? We'll never see her or hear from her again. That's my guess.
Because right after announcing the results, Oz mentioned that both parties had signed a non-disclosure agreement, aka an NDA.
As a part of the non-disclosure agreement, it should be known that Blair will not be sharing her side of the story behind this dispute.
Yeah, probably not. This is again, let's remember who Blair is. In her response video, she posted somebody else's suicide note. Like, that is the extent that she's willing to go to paint people in a bad light. Bro, we ain't ever getting full closure, but I am satisfied to watch this downfall. A good downfall. This was a solid S tier downfall. You know, I do like downfalls. We rate them. We put them on the giant downfall tier list. This, absolutely an S tier downfall.
Nor will I. No one should contact either of us further about this case or ask us to comment on it, or each other.
So neither of them can say anything publicly. And the top comment under Oz's video sums this up perfectly. She seriously pulled an "okay, you win, but don't tell anyone" lol. That being said,
yeah, she absolutely did that. And honestly, for him, it's worth it. Like, he doesn't need to spend another bunch of thousands of dollars that he doesn't have to end up in court. So, yeah. And the cost of that is her silence. I mean, my guess is she created other YouTube channels and she's using an AI voiceover for them. I've said that all along. She definitely does know how to make YouTube videos, and I definitely think that's probably what she is doing right now. But who knows? Who knows?
While we're not getting any more details from Oz or Blair directly, there's been enough evidence over the past 2 years to make an educated guess.
Ooh.
The most likely reason for Blair stepping back is also
She had no grounds to win.
the most obvious. It was getting too expensive. As we briefly discussed earlier,
It's another good thought, because another thing that's important to note is that if she actually does go through with the lawsuit and sue him and gets laughed out of court, then he will counter sue her and she will pay for all of his lawyer's bills. She can't afford that shit. She can't, because she has no more influx of money. She had a successful YouTube channel, but not only was that YouTube channel not successful for the last 2-3 years, but it also didn't upload for the last year. I thought she was rich AF. She probably had 2 really good years on YouTube, but if you have no more money rolling in, then you're not going to be able to keep that shit up.
all indicators pointed towards this case dragging on for a very long time. A year has already passed without much progress, and it could have easily lasted 2 or 3 more years depending on how it went in court.
Very excited for Blair's giant switch up. She's gonna hit the gym, hit the treadmill. She's gonna lose a ton of weight, come back as an OnlyFans model for people with a sexual kink of being dominated and then financially abused. That'll be crazy.
In his second to last update video from October, Oz even talked about how expensive this legal fight was getting and how much more it could end up costing him.
By the time that mediation does occur, this lawsuit will have cost over $80,000, and we haven't even entered discovery yet. So
Yeah, lawsuits are crazy expensive. Crazy expensive. Oh my God.
this very well could cost several more years of my life and hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, it's almost like that is exactly why she did that. It's almost like she did that to literally financially screw him over. It's almost like she didn't have enough Jewish uncles to fight for her in court on her behalf. And let's be real here, Illuminaughtii would be a banger OnlyFans name.
Down the line.
And this was just...
And she would end up needing to pay for that lawsuit if she loses the court case, which she probably would. It's really, really hard to win a defamation case, especially when, realistically, he probably didn't even defame her. I don't think he defamed her. She sued him for defamation. There's no way she's gonna win. He's gonna countersue. She's gonna end up needing to pay him hundreds of thousands of dollars for the lawyer's fees. There's no way she wanted that shit to run. She just did it to try to bully him.
Just Oz's side of things. Blair has likely spent even more in legal fees by this point, because she's the one who filed the lawsuit in the first place. And unlike Oz, who's getting direct financial support from his fans through a GoFundMe campaign, Blair has seemingly no steady source of income. The last video she...
Well, yeah, why the fuck would people pay her? She's a bitch. Giant bitch.
Posted was in February of 2024, and views on existing content have dropped to an all-time low. So her month...
Oh, look at that graph, brother Jleebus. Like, she had a relatively successful YouTube channel for a couple years there, but let's go. Let's pull her up on the good old view stats. All right, so she got 80,000 views in the last 28 days, which is not a lot at all. Ooh, yikey poo. Yeah, she's cooked. Yeah, she's cooked. She's cooked. She's very cooked. She made an estimated $400. Oh God! The Concord video game people were looking at Illuminautti's channel and were like, "Ha! We did better than this." Oh my God, that's crazy. Let's go, Gloria's Downfall. We take those. We take those.
Monthly earnings on YouTube are a couple $100 at best, which is basically nothing for a channel with over 1.1 million subscribers. I also looked through her Patreon account, and at the time of writing this, she has only 26 paying members.
26. Oh, I totally forgot I have a Patreon. I wanted to shill this for a while because I have a lot of Patreon stuff, content that I wanted to do, because I got it copyrighted on a lot of my like Adventure Time videos, which a lot of people ask me about on my main channel, Taku. So just reminding you, I do in fact have a Patreon that you can support me on Patreon. Just saying.
Which amounts to nothing more than a couple $100 at best once again. And it's likely that most of these 26 paid members are people who simply forgot to cancel their subscriptions.
Supported by her 26 most forgetful subscribers. Let's go. The 26 people that died and still paying for her Patreon. They're out there fighting the good fight.
Put simply, Blair doesn't have any...
They don't even pay for her meals. I mean, let's be real here. We've seen her girth. We know that she can't afford those meals.
...reliable source of income to fund this lawsuit. Most people on the internet also believe this to be the case, with one Redditor writing, "I think she probably does not have much money left to sustain the legal case. Even if it was always and clearly about torturing people for no other reason than her being a disturbed sadist, if she could, she certainly would continue to hurt people, as she is scarred, in my opinion. That said, it's also possible that her decision to drop the case is driven by something far more sinister than just running out of money. Because
again, maybe it's my Jewish heritage, my rich Jewish heritage. But usually money is the answer and the solution to almost all of these things. Why is this happening, money? Why is this not happening, money? Almost every time. And it's usually correct. I'll be real. It's usually true. But I didn't even consider there being another option. Like, here, let me show you Illuminaughtii's channel for a second. Just so that you understand the level of garbage we're talking about, all right? So these were how many views she's got per month. So at her height, she got 15 million views a month for 2 months. Right? That's good money. But she's been making no money for 2 years, okay? Like, that's shit. He unironically called Taku to his main channel. I know, huge. Yeah, I know. My side second lore channel, Taku, is producing content at a not great rate because of copyright. So definitely support me on Patreon. Yes.
in addition to the toxicity and manipulation, Oz also accused Blair of something downright criminal. According to him, she used company funds for personal gain, which would count as embezzlement.
Okay, it's still money, so I'm still technically right on my analysis. It still is money purposes, but maybe she also committed embezzlement and fraud? She doesn't want to go into discovery because she might end up getting cooked for embezzlement? Oh, say it ain't so. Oh, I do love a good downfall.
Embezzlement and is completely illegal.
Love that.
She also would describe to me, and while I can't remember if this exact word was ever used, she essentially explained to me that because she used company funds to assist me, that she had committed embezzlement.
We take those.
And by converting the amount that I owed her into a loan with her company, this...
Not only is she a giant bitch in weight, but she's a giant bitch in general. This is glorious. Huge elbozo. Yeah, if I was committing embezzlement, I would not be suing someone for some frivolous defamation case. Her ego is so high, she really thinks she's the main character.
would save her skin legally.
Now, the thing is, Blair is essentially suing Oz for defamation, claiming that he made up lies about her online to destroy her reputation. So, for her to win this case, she would have to prove that the accusation of embezzlement is also untrue.
Can't use the legal system as a weapon to bully people when you're actually a fucking criminal, can you?
And if she fails to prove her innocence, that could turn this from a civil case to a criminal case, resulting in her facing a hefty fine and a lengthy prison sentence. So there's a possibility that she dropped the case to prevent her shady finances from being exposed in court. Either that, or her legal team realized they'd lose if the case went to trial, so they told her to back out. And one YouTube comment under Oz's final update sums up this theory perfectly. So basically, her lawyers take a look at the counterclaim and told Blair she basically has no out. And the fact you were even attempting—
Yeah, not only would she maybe end up needing to go to jail for embezzlement, but also the fact that she'd need to pay his lawyer's fees. God damn.
To offer her one, despite all the evidence made against her, made you a literal saint. So it was take your offer or face the music. That said, it's important to remember that most of this is speculation based on what's publicly available. Unless either party is willing to risk legal trouble by breaking the NDA, we're probably not getting the full story anytime soon.
I don't know, to be honest, let me paint you a picture, all right? Huge asshole, massive downfall, but you don't know why. Do you take those anyway? I do. I personally do. I take those. Those are still good. That's still a dub. We still absolutely take those. I don't know why those heretics are worshiping a chaos god, but I do know that they need to be exterminated. All right, I'll be real here.
But at least it's over. I guess that's a good thing, right? For some, yes. But for others, this was probably the worst possible way for the whole controversy to end.
I mean, for me, it's pretty good. I get some content. We move on. Nice downfall. Yeah, another person that called me out that ends up having a downfall years later. What can I say? Karma's a bitch, isn't it?
Internet has split into 3 separate camps over this outcome. The first camp includes people who think Oz Media acted like a pushover. They think Oz should have gone through with the case,
Bro's getting sued. You cannot blame him. He's broke, okay? How could you blame a guy that's broke for not wanting to risk thousands of dollars and tons of stress into dealing with this? I don't blame him, honestly. It's his business. It's like I saw a lot of people getting upset at me for not responding to dramas in more explosive ways when I don't think people recognize the full gravity of the private life situations. I don't know, bro.
a part 2 to his expose and made an example out of Blair, like this post on Reddit which read, "I had a discussion within a Discord server of a small commentary YouTuber, not gonna say who, about the final lawsuit update, and some people seemed rather disappointed in Oz, believing that he's been a pushover the entire time and basically breaking his promise of exposing Blair of his damning allegations. He just wanted the drama to be over. What do you guys think?" And while
I don't blame him, to be honest, personally. Obviously, I would have preferred a more explosive outcome because chaos is nice, and I would definitely capitalize on all of that, but yeah.
While there's no justification for attacking Oz just because he agreed to end the case, it is somewhat understandable. Think of it this way. The Illuminaughtii drama has been going on for nearly 2 years at this point. Hundreds of thousands of people have spent countless hours fussing over details and essentially consuming the drama as it unfolded. For such a huge controversy to wrap up in such a mundane way, it's bound to leave some people feeling a bit frustrated. Like this one person on Reddit who wrote, "The human empathetic side."
Bro, if you're actually getting frustrated about this kind of thing, I think you're a tad too parasocial. A little too attached. Okay? A little too attached to what's going on.
Side of me is happy that Oz can be done with this all. The
Yeah,
drama
for sure.
fiend in me is pissed off. She waited this long when we were close to getting more. It's not like this would have changed anything, but I really do feel like there was a lot if the second video was going to be as big as it sounded. Even then, there is no rational reason to direct this frustration at Oz, who is essentially the victim in this case. Which
He
brings
is.
us to the second group,
Facts.
who believe Blair essentially got off scot-free, considering everything she's done.
I mean, I don't think she got off scot-free. Her channel's dead, her career is cooked, she was chased off the internet, she's humiliated. I think that honestly is like divine punishment. Alright, let me paint you the picture. Illuminaughtii ended up doing all of this because she had a big ego. Because of her ego, she called out legal eagle. Because of her ego, she tried to get clips about her friends saying retard in the past. Because of her ego, she was trying to push around her ex-boyfriend and stuff. And the free market canceled her, humiliated her, destroyed her, slaughtered her in public. Her ego is burnt to ashes. I think this is a glorious karmic level downfall, in my opinion. I love it. I love it.
To them, this is a loss
Hey,
for
I'm drinking good.
Oz, who had gone through so much and ultimately had to settle without receiving the justice he deserved. Some are even speculating that Blair might not even hold up to her end of the bargain, like this one person who wrote, "To be honest, I don't think she'll respect her end of the bargain. She demonstrated to be a manipulative, abusive, lying, and untrustworthy person. She's
True.
probably gonna lay low for a while and then start talking about her traumatic experience
Let her. Literally let her.
while omitting
This is a bit of a whimper downfall. She had a channel on YouTube that was pulling in 15 million views a month, and right now it's pulling not 15 million, not 1.5 million, not 150,000. It's pulling in 70,000 views a month. This is a glorious downfall. Like S tier downfall. 100%.
crucial details, but also not mentioning anything that is related to this case in particular.
Let her come back and talk about her traumatic experience. Bro, people, I think, don't understand the level of destruction she went through. Because they didn't actually see her nailed to a cross, they're not going to be happy. Okay? Let me show you something. Alright? Type Illuminaughtii in the search bar. You don't even get her videos. You don't get her own videos. It's all videos shitting on her. All of it. Literally all of it is videos destroying her. Okay? Oh, even look at that. It's in Nuxanor. It's the goat. Let's go, Nuxanor, the goat. Are you recognizing what I'm saying? Like, this is crazy. There are playlists cooking her. So yeah, I think this is a monumental defeat.
Another person expressed a similar sentiment, with added worry about
She is the public urinal of YouTube. Okay?
Oz's safety moving forwards, stating, "I really hope she doesn't try and use this non-disclosure agreement to harass him if he so much as mentions her or the toxic relationship he had with her in one of his videos."
I mean, to be honest, that's the deal. He shouldn't talk about it, and she shouldn't talk about it. The end.
And considering how she's acted so far, I wouldn't be surprised if she took a path like this. That said, the vast majority of people are just happy that Oz managed to escape the clutches of his abuser. This is something that Oz himself mentioned when talking about the upcoming mediation in his previous update.
I would also like to take this opportunity to rid my life of Blair, to move my channel back to its previous goofy content, and to, more importantly, move on from my ex whose legal charge has infested my day-to-day life, and focus on a future with my partner where we can both move forward and heal.
And all things considered,
yeah, honestly, that should be the goal. That the victims move on, and that she's cooked off YouTube, and that's kind of what happened.
This is the best outcome for Oz. Who knows what could have happened if the case had gone to trial? As for the people who think Blair got off too easy, that's simply not true.
I completely agree.
Whole thing started back in 2023, Blair had a successful YouTube channel with 1 million loyal fans who accepted everything she said as truth. Fast forward to today, and she has nothing. Her YouTube channel is dead, and everyone who once looked up to her now see her as the egotistical, petty, and manipulative person she is. Which raises an important question. What's next for Blair? Well, we don't know for sure. She might abandon everything.
I mean, my guess is she's running some sort of AI content farm channel on YouTube right now. That's my guess. And we'll never know the truth because she'll never expose that was actually her. She obviously knows what she's doing when it comes to YouTube, but that's my theory, which will never be proven. But if it is at some point proven to be the case, God, that would be funny.
And disappear from the internet completely.
Yeah, she's cooked. She's not coming back as herself.
Or she might try to return to YouTube after the dust settles.
Oh, that's funny. That's very funny.
But considering how thoroughly she's destroyed her reputation, any attempt at
She did a really good job. I've never seen a YouTuber destroy any YouTuber like she just destroyed herself.
comeback is almost guaranteed to fail. Even so, if by some miracle this isn't the end of the Illuminaughtii saga, I'll be sure to cover it in the future. In the meantime, check out our videos on Nuz Daily to see how it's becoming just as hated as Illuminaughtii if...
Alright, well, anyway, that was fun. Again, what a glorious downfall it was. Subscribe for more downfalls. We will do it. We will do it. The downfall was huge. Will she come back as a VTuber? No, she's cooked. She's not coming back as herself or with a personality that'll be recognizable. She's mega cooked. And it's very fun. It's very fun. I enjoy it. Subscribe for more downfalls. Giant women downfalls. Downfalls of all sizes, all genders. We are very cool about that. We are very cool. We love downfalls here. Subscribe for more downfalls. Ducks and downfalls, 100 years. Stay weird, fam. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.